Marriage Story, 2019. Movie details Marriage Story is a psychological drama film directed by Noah Baumbach, revolving around the loving but conflicted marriage between Charlie Barber, Adam Driver, a talented theater director in New York, and Nicole, Scarlett Johansson, a beautiful actress who used to be a young movie star. Initially, they were an ideal couple. Charlie was passionate about art. Nicole devoted her career to supporting her husband. Together, they built a small family with their son Henry, and it seemed that happiness would last long. However, over time, differences in thinking, personal ambitions, and mental trauma gradually caused their relationship to crack. The invitation to act in a movie in Hollywood was the event that caused Nicole's dissatisfaction to explode into a crisis, and the relationship officially broke up. The initial commitment that they would go through a peaceful, good-natured divorce was tested when both sides inevitably calculated the pros and cons and turned to hiring lawyers to protect their rights instead of having a peaceful dialogue with each other. And the portraits of the lawyers in the film are colorfully built. The lawyers are all full of faith that they will win for their clients, because for them, it is their job. But for the two clients, they both know that at the end of this matter, neither of them will benefit or be happy. Amidst the hesitation and back and forth of Nicole and Charlie, sometimes viewers light up the hope of a reunion, but both have gone too far to turn back. They are forced to grit their teeth and go through the most painful and cruel things in the end of a marriage. There are times when one side blames and accuses the other, but viewers always sympathize with both characters. Once, when the lawyer told Charlie a joke at the most stressful moment, Charlie was forced to interrupt. "Excuse me, but do I pay for this joke?" Time continued to pass, the lawyer's fees continued to increase, and in the end, only the two main characters felt the most miserable. They felt a bitter joke was happening in their lives. The film has many contrasting content areas: marriage, divorce, the Hollywood film industry, the New York theater industry. The acting of the two talented actors, Johansson and Driver, was highly appreciated. They expressed their emotions intelligently and attractively. Marriage Story is a good and poignant film about divorce, told through the language of cinema. In it, director Baumbach makes viewers understand that breaking up is never easy, even though both sides still respect each other, even though they have good intentions and do not want to pressure each other. Everything was fine until it wasn't fine anymore. In the movie, Nicole and Charlie, the golden couple of Broadway, suddenly decided to divorce one day from a time of love. They turned to feeling unbearable for each other, even just having to sit next to each other on a subway train when returning home. What happened to them? No one knows for sure. Like many things that happen in this life, many times, no one knows for sure what happened. Only after experiencing it and being calm enough to look back can people see it more clearly. Nicole felt forgotten and lost herself in the shadow of Charlie's career. She decided to return to Los Angeles with Henry, restarting her acting career. Meanwhile, Charlie tried to hold on, but the disagreement over who would raise Henry turned the divorce into a tense legal battle. The film realistically depicts the cruelty of the divorce process: lawyers, courts, fierce arguments, but at the same time still retains the deep humanity of the love that once existed. Even though they could not continue to live together, Charlie and Nicole still cherished each other, raising Henry together in love. Marriage Story is not only a story about separation, but also a reminder that marriage is not only about love, but also about companionship, sharing, and sacrifice. This is also the reason why the film was nominated for 6 Oscars, in which Laura Dern, as lawyer Nora Fanshawe, won the award for Best Supporting Actress. The film's special point is the realistic and subtle depiction of love, brokenness, and the torment when a family falls apart. Despite the breakup, Charlie and Nicole still love Henry, showing that parental love is something that is never lost, even when a marriage ends. Marriage Story is not only a film about divorce, but also a picture of love, sacrifice, and growth after loss. The film has received many major nominations and awards, including the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress, Laura Dern. In Marriage Story, there are both aspects above, but not extreme, not biased to one extreme. Driver and Johansson play the artist couple, Charlie and Nicole. Nicole accepted about Ikimai. In the future, she is almost only seen as a wife and a mother, although her fame in Hollywood had previously helped to fuel Charlie's career in New York. Now, when Charlie is achieving many successes in his career, Nicole feels more and more neglected by her husband, no longer an important part of his life. However, her husband is still an intelligent and attractive man to all the women who know him. That makes Nicole more tormented, miserable, dissatisfied. They used to be a perfect couple, in love before getting married. The two have a young son, Henry, 8 years old. But now that the love has dried up and both sides feel frustrated and suffocated, they have to face an inevitable outcome, freeing each other through divorce. In Marriage Story, every detail is realistic and delicate. Viewers will laugh and cry at the portrait of a husband and wife relationship that has now reached a dead end. The film contains both sweetness and bitterness, and at the same time, there is no shortage of humor. The film will attract viewers every minute by the sophistication of those who made it. It would not be entirely accurate to call this a narrative film about director Baumbach's divorce, but in reality, this is hidden in the film. The film skillfully balances between reason and emotion. Between the laughs and tears are the details about the wife and husband actively looking for a lawyer specializing in handling divorce cases to protect their rights. They argue about the proportion of contributions in raising children, about who has the right to raise children. The tricks of lawyers are gradually displayed to fight for benefits for their clients in a cold and cruel way. Those are very real details,